Either that is correct or that is incorrect. And then we can deal with the issue of self-incrimination, which, as I said, on your argument, that will always be there, which means on your argument, he should never come to this commission and testify. So those are the 2 points. Please deal with them specifically, but let's not go around them.
Commissioner, unfortunately, sometimes there is no just a simple way just to give you a yes or no to an answer. You have to give a context to it. And giving a context to it is not avoiding answering your question, but it's just trying to clarify the issue. But what I'm trying to say to you, Commissioner, is no tax team, no investigation will not lead to a person being charged. The tax team at the end of the day, the investigation at the end of the day, because there's a prima facie evidence of wrongdoing. Wrongdoing in this instance has not been explained, whether it's wrongdoing only in terms of HR-related matters or in criminal matters. So whatever way that is going to answer, there is already a prima facie wrongdoing before you could make a written submission or could say anything. And that in itself, Honorable Commissioner, is a ground for one to implicate.
Isn't that the problem? You don't know what wrongdoing has been identified. You have absolutely no idea. Absolutely not. Maybe the wrongdoing is that he exceeded the speed limit on Rivonia Road. You have absolutely no facts to base yourself on to say whatever he's going to be saying about these WhatsApp messages in the 4,500 pages will be self-incriminating. You have absolutely no basis. You haven't seen the report. You don't know what that report says about your client or this witness. You have absolutely no idea. And so you have no basis whatsoever to say anything at all that he's going to be saying here is self-incrimination. As I say, and I say it without meaning to be flippant, but to make the point that it could be that the wrongdoing that causes the president to order an investigation against him is he exceeded the speed limit. You don't know. You have no basis. This is really, honestly, a fact-devoid application. You may want to argue the legal points that you rely on, but where you want to say, well, he's going to incriminate himself, well, the WhatsApp messages, there are no facts. We don't know what those WhatsApp messages, what his explanations are for them. We don't know, and yet you want to rely on that to persuade us, the commissioners, to grant a postponement, when you are not saying to us, here are the facts about those WhatsApp messages, here's what they speak to. And so you commissioners should not allow them to be showed. I mean, that's what you do with an application. You're asking for an indulgence from us. There's no order of court that says we can't proceed. So as matters stand, we are entitled to proceed. You seek an indulgence. You haven't, in this application, pleaded any facts on which we would base our indulgence, at least according to me. And I don't know that there's any, and of course subject to the chairperson, I don't know that
facts or law.
Facts or law, absolutely. I really don't know that there's any, we're serving any real purpose with this continued exchange. You have made your case on your papers, you've been engaged by us, you're not saying anything new to us, you keep repeating what you have said. I'm not sure where we're going with it.
Chair, with the permission of Chair.
Yes, Mr. Ngwato.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I really don't want to appear not listening and taking the cue from the Commission. But I really have a serious problem with the following issues that there is no basis. Chair, the Commission is based on the terms of reference. The terms of reference are quite very specific as to what the Commission needs to inquire. It is not any other thing. And the specific issues that the Commission needs to inquire is to establish the following issues. One, if there's any infiltration in...
Can you please, we all
Yes.
know what the terms of reference
So-
provide.
So when we look in terms of the answers is to give, it is not just any other thing, whether it's a speed limit or anything else. It is specifically in terms of the terms of reference of the commission. We serve as the basis. If they say there's a prima facie evidence of wrongdoing, that is in terms of the terms of reference of the commission, not nothing in anything else. And it is that, Madam Commissioner, that we have looked in terms of what the terms of reference of the commission is. We have looked in terms of the WhatsApps. We have looked in terms of the process. We have looked in terms of the answer that they have to be able to provide. Is there any possibility of implementation? Definitely there is. Whatever he's going to come here and say, he'll be incriminating himself. He'll be digging his own grave even deeper.
All of this arises from the point made by Commissioner Kumalo with regard to what you said about what the President said. Can you please wrap up your response to that simple issue, please? Let's not open up the debate because you've addressed the debate with regard to other issues.
Yes, finally and in short, Commissioner, is that yes, the confirmation by the President tied the horse that there is, he has accepted the recommendations and the findings of the Commission. Tax team must be set in terms of to investigate, which investigation will lead to the charges, because there's a prima facie evidence has already been established. And on that basis, that serves as the ground for him to incriminate if he continues in that particular process. Whether is he going to ever come before the Commission? Yes. After the finalization of the High Court, if the ruling of the High Court is that there is no merit, then he has to come and proceed. It's not like he's avoiding to come before the Commission. It's known in this country, if you refuse to appear before the Commission, you'll find yourself in contempt, and there are implications thereof. So he will come and appear if the ruling of the High Court is otherwise. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Ngwato. We have read the papers in the postponement application. We have heard submissions on the application. We notice that today's application is replete with a rehash of the issues that were raised in last week's postponement application. The only new issue really is the Section 35 point. This Section 35 point is answered simply by the response given by Mr. Shaskalsin and amplified or added to by Commissioner Baloyi. For the reasons given by Mr. Shaskalsin, that point is still born and therefore can never be a basis for a postponement of today's proceedings. Mr. Shaskalsin suggested a practical way of dealing with this to the extent that the witness may not be prepared to participate in today's proceedings. And that practical way is for the evidence leaders to exhibit the contested chats with what they see as necessary commentary on them. And Mr. Shaskalsin further says that if the witness is so minded, he may at a later stage come back to the commission and say, I now want to file an affidavit that responds to those issues. I now want to come to the commission and testify on those issues. That is, those issues being whatever arises from the chats that will have been exhibited and commented upon by the evidence leaders. That to me sounds like a sensible, practical way of dealing with the matter. That is, of course, if the witness insists or persists in his stance of not testifying today. But if we reach that stage, that is, of proceeding in the practical manner suggested by Mr. Shaskalsin, what we will not allow is for the witness to leave. We will not excuse the witness. The witness must remain in attendance, remotely of course. We will not excuse him. That is, if that is the stage we reach. Now, before we make a final pronouncement, Mr. Ngwato, may I ask for a response from you? And indeed, at this stage, perhaps I might even have to engage the witness himself. Mr. Ngwato, so is the position, because the inclination is that we should proceed along the lines suggested by Mr. Shaskalsin. So is the witness's position, through you as his representative, that he will not participate and that the evidence leaders should proceed in the manner in which they are minded to proceed? What is your response to that?
Honorable Commissioner, the witness has been made available. He's since been picked up at 6 o'clock this morning. He is available. He will sit in, but he will definitely not participate.
I'm my sincere apologies, Mr. Ngwato. Can you please start from the beginning? I'm sorry.
In short, Honorable Commissioner, the witness will not participate.
Will not participate.
Will not participate.
Thank you.
Because for the reasons already given,